Do you have trouble sleeping, or do you wish that you had more energy? Our sleep is extremely vital. It's the place where our body gets to regenerate. So if you don't feel like you have enough energy, you're surviving on caffeine, or you just have a hard time sleeping at night, then this message is for you. My sleep has always been a journey for me. Since I was a little kid, I've had very, very vivid dreams. I do a lot of deep work in what I call dream space. And I've had many different seasons in life having a different relationship with my sleep. There were times in my life where I used to pray that I could just get a good night's sleep. There were times in my life where I couldn't sleep at all. There were times in my life where I tossed and turned. So I've really had my own personal experience with discovering the value of sleep. And I will say, adopting my energy type's sleep pattern and routines that work best for my type have completely changed my sleep. I sleep much better. I get much better rest, and I have more energy throughout my day. With that being said, this is your journey. So you get to experiment with what I share. And like anything with human design, I invite you to use your strategy and authority to determine if this is the correct time for you to experiment with this and to see if it works for you. Human design is meant to be an experiment. You discover if it works for you by experimenting with it, collecting the data, and determining your results. And if you don't know your strategy and authority, I invite you to book a free 15-minute reading, and I can help you dive into the foundations, the fundamentals of your human design. Okay, so let's go. The first type I'm going to talk about today is generators. So for generators, it's important for you to fully utilize all of your energy throughout the day. Follow what feels most satisfying and go to bed done. Like you've used all the gas in the gas tank, and you're going to sleep much, much better if you go to bed having fully utilized all your energy, really going for it, enjoying your day, exercising, doing what your body is saying, yes, I want to do. For my manifesting generators, there's a little tweak to that. For you, you're going to go to bed an hour before you're ready to fall asleep, and you're going to use up your final bits of energy while in bed working. Working can be whatever that is to you. It's kind of like a wind down time while you're in bed, using whatever residual energy is left in your body and your system. So working could even be watching TV for you, reading a book, maybe sending out some emails, meditating, stretching, whatever feels correct, and kind of working off the last bits of energy you have before you go to bed, wind down, and then go to bed. And finally, for projectors, manifestors, and reflectors, you all have a similar strategy. It's very important for you to go to bed before you're tired. Get into bed early, rest, relax. If you can get into bed by yourself and be in your own energy, that's even better. Because what's going to happen is you're going to discharge the extra energy that you may have taken on from the generators or the manifesting generators of the world, and you can release and cleanse that energy so you can go to bed in your own energy, fully relaxed. So it's important to go to bed before you're tired. If your body is already exhausted, you overdid it. And then the final thing that all types can experiment with is actually sleeping in your own aura, meaning sleeping in your own energy. If I'm going to say that as direct as possible, it's sleeping by yourself. Now, you don't need to force this. If your life situation or your value feel a strong no to this, wait till your strategy and authority gives you a yes to experiment with this. But it can be really helpful to experiment with sleeping in your own energy, because that way you're waking up in your own energy as yourself. The truth is, whenever our auras are next to each other. We intertwine, we mix. So what can happen, especially depending on how your aura type works, is you can kind of take on the energy of the person that you're sleeping next to, and it's not as restful. It can be more restful to sleep by yourself. Now, this isn't like, you don't need to make a mental decision about this and decide that, oh my God, I'm not getting rest because I'm sleeping next to my husband, my wife, my children. Wait till your strategy and authority says, hey, yes, it's time to experiment with this. And then if at another time in your life you're getting, oh, hey, yes, I really want to share this bed with my child, with my friend, with this person, you get to honor your strategy and authority as the ultimate truth teller for you and your life. Enjoy your experimenting. Let me know how things work for you. I'd love to hear.